Chris Watkin back again at Wembley Stadium at the Kerfuffle 2025 conference. And today I'm joined by Josh Phegan, who's considered one of the world's best real estate coaches. Josh, talk to me about Australian estate agents versus UK estate agents, good and bad.
The best part about Australian estate agency, without a doubt, is a very clear sales process to sell properties in 28 days or less. We've also debundled fee from the marketing cost. So ultimately, we've got a separation there, which drives margin. And without a doubt, we're in a position that we've got a lot of high quality property marketing as a relation to that, which is going to allow us to really dominate in digital, particularly when it comes to TikTok, Instagram, and all the above. The downside is that we don't necessarily build some of the most iconic brands, which you actually do get to see here in the UK. And the downside, without a doubt, is that ultimately there's a fair bit of change and movement around what actually goes on. And don't forget, Australia is basically an island. And off the back of that, we have to be very competitive because we don't have a lot of choice. We also do see that literally we have a lack of infrastructure in some markets, which ultimately drives problems. And we don't have a unified licensing system. So the real estate agent in Victoria can't necessarily go and sell a house in New South Wales because they don't have that, that simple unification of that license. What do I love about the UK? The UK is exceptional about brands. You've been able to have some of the most incredible brand marketing campaigns. The interesting conversation is that ultimately you've built a really good quality business model, and particularly in some of these businesses where you see that you've got a lettings business, you've got a sales business, and then you've also then got like a renovations business and a refurb business that's going out there to do improvements of properties. And it's also too because some of those properties are super old, so they need a lot of refurb with what's actually going on. So you've really adapted to the market. The downside to what we actually see is that there's not much separation around vendor paid marketing. And so therefore, you're going to really suffer in this next phase of the digital era, which is hungry for assets. And so from that point of view, we've got to move to that in the UK, and we need to move to a better quality, more structured sales process to try to get to sale agreed, and then move from sale agreed to completion by trying to remove or reduce as much risk as possible. And that will be sometimes through legislation, and sometimes it will be by agents being more productive. What you tend to find is that usually agents are more proactive first, and then the legislation follows. And so if you can do that and you can work partner in partner with the government, then you will actually see a really significant improvement around what the industry actually does.
Thank you for your time today.
Lovely to see you.